BuckeyeHuddle.com here with Cincere Johnson,
Might as well be famous.
linebacker, Cleveland Glenville. How did you do today, and just kind of your thoughts on this Under Armour camp here in Pickerington?
How I did today, I feel like I did good in the drills and the one-on-ones, but, lost some, win some, but, coming out here to compete and win, obviously get better day by day. So coming off, my shoulder surgery and being able to see where I've been at is, I'm feeling good.
What keeps you coming out to something like this? Because you've got your offers and all that. Why come out to something like this?
Get work, you know what I mean? I'm all about getting work, so just coming out here and competing with these guys and seeing where I stand after my surgery kind of drove me to come out here today. You know what I mean? So that's why.
All right, it's going to be a big summer for you. Can you kind of tell us what you have planned in terms of visits? I
have an official visit to Penn State May 16th through the 18th, Alabama May 30th, Oklahoma June 6th, Ohio State June 13th, and USC June 20th. And then I'm planning on committing probably after all my official visits.
What, I guess, is Ohio State telling you at this point? Do you feel like they've made you a priority? You're not just like the token Glenville offer. Do you feel like they're actually making you a priority? And just how are things there?
Yes, sir. I talk to them guys almost every day. Larry Nardis and Coach Patricia, being able to learn the system, and obviously I have a lot of guys that go down to Ohio State, so being able to talk to them, communicate with them, definitely feel like a priority. My boy CJ committed, so just being able to hear the reasons why he committed, things like that, kind of brightening up what I'm seeing, and definitely feeling like that top priority.
What is it about Coach Laurinaitis that's kind of clicked with you guys?
I feel like he's just one of us. You know what I mean? He played with a lot of Glenville guys. He played in the NFL, won the Buckets Award at Ohio State. He did what every kid is trying to do that comes out the linebacker position, and he's just a great guy, brings energy. He wants to teach you the game and develop you, and he's not in it for himself, he's in it for everybody. So he's definitely someone that clicks.
You've been down a lot. It's like there's probably not that much you need to learn about Ohio State, but what would be important on that official visit in June? Is there something you need to see? Is there just kind of how are you going to approach that visit?
You know what I mean? Just my family this time. I've been there a lot. I've seen everything, so being able to bring my family with me and let them get the feel for Columbus and that campus was definitely what I just want to see.
First impressions on Coach Patricia. I know a lot of us are just getting to know him. What's he like?
I love him. High energy. Obviously coming from the NFL, he know how things are ran on the next level. So being able to bring that to the collegiate level and showing the players what they need to do to make it to the next level is something that I love.
How much have you leaned on Arvell during this recruiting process? Obviously, he can tell you all sorts of things about Ohio State, but he can probably give you some general advice on recruiting as well. I mean, how much?
I talk to him a lot. Just when he come back to the city, we hang out or work out together. Or if I go down there, I hang out his dorm. Just being able to learn how things are ran on Ohio State and what it takes. And he just gives me tips during the process. What to look for, what not to look for. What to say, what not to say. And I kind of just how to develop yourself to be ready for the next level and come in and play. So that's what I've been leaning on him for.
Obviously, a lot of other schools recruiting you, not just Ohio State. What are they telling you? Because I'm sure if you're an out-of-state school recruiting against Ohio State for a Glenville kid, you're probably feeling like you're behind the eight ball a little bit. But how are they?
Just be different. Choose my own path and create my own legacy. So that's definitely something you got to take in mind, no matter who you are.
Yeah. What I guess Alabama and USC and those schools. What have stood out to some of those places and just?
Alabama has an awesome defensive staff. Coach Chuck and Coach Kane and Coach DeBoer. Great guys, and that's an awesome environment. And at USC, Coach Robbo coming from the league, being a legendary linebacker coach that he is. I call him Coach Robbo, but he's a long-haired guy, just don't care. Great, brings the energy, and that's kind of that. And Coach Lincoln Riley over there, so.
All right, well, good luck here on your visits upcoming.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure we'll talk to you soon, and great job today.
Thank you.